Hi guys, welcome back to Spelling and Word Study. My name is Mrs. Rhoades and I'm here to get you started on Unit 16, Long I Vowel Teams and Open Syllables. Please take a second to gather your materials. You will need your orange book, open to page 101. You will also need some colorful pens, markers, or crayons. Remember, whatever I mark up on my board, you should be marking on your page. Please save room for a key as well. All right, so we have spent several weeks now talking about long vowels. Long vowels say their name. In each long vowel word, we hear A, E, I, O, or U. There are different ways to make a vowel say its name. We can use a silent E, we can use a vowel team, or we can use an open syllable. This week we will hear the long I sound in each word, and we will make that I sound by using a vowel team, the letter Y, or an open syllable. Let's start by reading our list. Please repeat after me and listen for that I sound in each word. Apply, buy, deny, dial, icy, July, lightning, rely, reply, slimy, spider, supply, tiger, title, trial. Okay, now what I want to do next is take our 2-syllable words and break them into chunks. So choose a color and let's go. Apply. We slice between the double P's. Buy is 1 syllable, so we leave it alone. Deny after the E. Dial is 1 syllable, we leave it alone. Icy after the I. July after the U. Lightning between the T and the N. Rely after the E. Reply after the E. Slimy after the I. Spider after the I. Supply between the double P's. Tiger after the I. Title after the I. And then trial is 1 syllable. Okay, so in your key, pink vertical line equals syllable break. Okay, now I want to teach you something new. This is more of a 4th grade skill, but I think you guys are ready for it. I want you to notice that for each of our 2-syllable words, there's going to be one part that we say a little louder and a little stronger. We call that our stressed syllable. So in the word apply, it's the 2nd syllable that's stronger. Apply. Same thing with deny, 2nd syllable. But in icy, it's the 1st syllable. July, 2nd syllable. Lightning, 1st syllable. Rely, 2nd syllable. Reply, 2nd syllable. Slimy, 1st syllable. Spider, 1st syllable. Supply, 2nd syllable. Tiger, 1st. Title, 1st. And then trial only has 1 syllable. So in your key, that green check mark represents a stressed syllable. Now, in 4th grade, we'll talk a lot more about stressed syllables and unstressed syllables and the weird rules that we have to follow with them. But for today, I want you to focus on the letter Y. Many of our words this week end with a Y. It turns out, though, that Y has 2 different sounds. When that Y shows up at the end of a stressed syllable, it takes on a long I sound. When it shows up in an unstressed syllable, it takes on an E sound. You're more comfortable and more familiar with the long E sound in words like happy and baby and lovely and pretty, okay? But today, we're learning that the Y at the end of a stressed syllable says I. So let's choose a color. And I want you to put a box around the Y in apply, deny, July, rely, reply, and supply. Apply, deny, July, rely, reply, supply. In all of those words, the Y says I. It's making a long I sound. Now, in these other words, icy, notice it's not the stressed syllable, icy and slimy, that Y says E. It makes a long E sound, okay? So, most of the time, at the end of a word, a Y is going to say E. Baby, happy, lovely, pretty. But for these words, apply, deny, July, reply, supply, it's going to make a long I sound. And that's because it is at the end of the stressed syllable, okay? Now, you'll notice I didn't talk about the word by. That's because that word actually has a vowel team. It turns out that when you put the U and the Y together, that makes a long I sound. You don't see it very often. You have the word buy, like I have to buy some groceries, or the word guy, like he's a really nice guy. Other than that, we don't see this long I vowel team very often. But we're going to write green box equals U-Y vowel team. And it's going to make a long I sound. Okay? I have another vowel team for you that maybe you haven't seen before. It's not that common. But sometimes we'll see an IA together in a word like dial or trial. The only other word I can think of would be the word vial, like you get a vial of medicine from the doctor. That's another long I vowel team. So IA vowel team, and that says long I. Now, if we look at all the words that are left, oh no, let me back it up. We have one more vowel team. This one's very common. You, I'm sure, worked on it a lot last year. That IGH in lightning. You see it in words like fight and sight and bright. IGH is a pretty common vowel team. And I know the G and the H are consonants, but we still call it a vowel team. And it makes a long I sound. So we see that in lightning. Okay, that's it for vowel teams. Now I want you to notice all the words that are left here have open syllables. So for instance, we have icy, we have slimy, we have spider. All of these syllables end with a long I. And by the way, they're also stressed syllables. So we say those parts a little louder. Tiger and title. So down here, blue box represents an open syllable. We end that syllable with our mouth open, making a long I sound. Okay, so lots of great things to think about today. New vowel teams, that UY and the IA. They're not very common, but still you want to work on those. And then really your biggest learning, I think, is just noticing the ending Y and reminding yourself if it should say I or E. Okay, now when you get to page 105, we have a new suffix this week. Remember, a suffix comes at the end of a word. We've already spent some time talking about prefixes like miss or non, and then a couple weeks ago we learned the suffix less and full. So today I want to talk about the suffix NESS, okay? Let me give you an example. If you are shy, you are dealing with shyness. NESS tells us that this is a noun, right? Shyness is the state of being shy. Kids who have asthma sometimes get this tight feeling in their lungs. It makes it hard to breathe. They are experiencing tightness in their lungs, right? Tightness is the state of feeling tight. When it's really hot outside, your mouth might get really dry, right? You're feeling thirsty. You are experiencing dryness. It's the state of being dry, okay? So when you get to page 105, you're going to add the NESS suffix to each of these words, and then you're going to match these words with their definitions on the bottom, okay? Before I let you go, let's just make sure we know what all of our words mean, because we've got some great vocab this week. So, if you apply something, it can mean you use it. Like you can apply makeup to your face. You can apply a coupon. If you're buying something online and you want to get a discount, you can apply a coupon. So to apply something means to use it, right? To buy something means to spend money. By the way, this is a homophone, right? There are 3 different kinds of buy. This one means to spend money. To deny is to say no. If your mom says, "Who ate that last cookie?" and you deny it, you're like, "Not me, not me," right? You're saying, "Nope, I didn't do it." So to deny something is to say no. To dial something, well, when I was a kid, our phones, you had to actually turn the little thing around. You had to dial a phone number. So to dial something is to turn it. You turn the dial. Icy means there's ice on the ground, right? You got to be careful if it's icy. July is a month. It is the 7th month of the year. It is a hot summer month. Lightning, you know what lightning is? Shoots from the sky, right? To rely on something is to depend on it. So I don't have a good sense of direction. I get lost a lot when I'm driving. So I rely on my maps. I rely on my GPS. I depend on them to get me where I need to go. To reply is to answer, right? So you can reply to an email. You can reply to a phone call. Slimy. Some snakes, even though they have dry skin, they kind of look wet and slimy. If you think about a slug or a snail, they have very slimy skin. You know what a spider is, right? Also known as an arachnid. It's got 8 legs. Supply, you can talk about a supply, like I bought a week's supply of groceries, so I have everything I need. It can also be a verb, like your local grocery store will supply you with everything you need. A tiger is an animal. A title would be the name of something, like the name of a book. And then trial could mean a couple different things. You could have a courtroom trial. So like if they're trying to decide if somebody committed a crime, there will be a trial with a judge and jury and lawyers. A trial can also be like a test. So like a trial run, or you know what, we're not sure if we want to use this new type of detergent, but we will do a trial. We'll try it out for a week or two and see if we like it. So a trial would be a short-term test, practice, okay? All right, that's all I have for you today. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.